Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is Thursday. It is the 6th day of April, National Carbonara Day today. Isn't that like a... What is carbonara?
I don't know.
Is it like a pasta? I'll check that here in a second. National Employee
Isn't he like a
Benefits
magician?
Yeah, that is also... I think that is. I don't know how you say his last name. Okay, this is an Italian dish. And it's got like pasta and looks like maybe bacon. I don't know. It looks good. Now I'm hungry. So, in addition to that, Heidi, it is also National Burrito Day. Yum. New Beer's Eve. See there? National Tartan Day. National Alcohol Screening Day. National Teflon Day. I can't believe that stuck. National Student Athlete Day, National Caramel Popcorn Day, and National Sorry Charlie Day. All of those things happening on this Thursday. And it's a Thursday, so we have a Dear John letter. We're going to get to that coming up in a bit as well. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. You know how it goes. You don't want to tell somebody the truth because it's going to hurt their feelings. So you stretch the truth a little tiny bit. Just a little white lie. Is it okay? Well, more than half of us say, yeah, that's okay. In a survey, 55% of respondents said it's okay to lie to spare somebody's feelings. 45% said that they're okay with telling lies to protect a relationship. Now, when they did the same poll with Canadians, they found 3 in 4 Canadians, 74%, said you should be truthful regardless of the consequences. So if somebody says, do these jeans make me look fat? Say, buckle up, kiddo. Younger adults, 18 to 34, said they wish somebody would have told them a white lie instead of hurting their feelings. And then when it comes to gender, fewer women have a problem than men. When it comes to that, 40% of women don't have a problem fibbing. 49% of men don't have a problem fibbing. So, yeah, women are more honester than men. Anybody shocked by that?
Not really, no.
Yeah, men are big fat liars. Sorry, guys. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know drinking coffee will help you get more steps in every day, but it will also help you get less sleep, according to a new study? University of California, San Francisco found that on days when test participants drank coffee, they took 1,058 more steps than they did on non-coffee days. I wonder if that's because they were going to get the coffee and coming back.
Or, like, a lot of times when you go and you get coffee, you're already out and about.
Yeah, that could be why.
Because you've picked up coffee
on
somewhere.
On those days, though, sleep took a hit. Participants got 36 fewer minutes of shut-eye. So the more coffee they drank, the more physical activity, but the less sleeping they got.
Okay.
So, interesting stuff. We don't know everything, clearly, but now we kind of know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Actress Ana de Armas, who was nominated for Best Actress for an Oscar for playing Marilyn Monroe in Blonde. We've not seen that, but I was told it was really good. She's going to be hosting Saturday Night Live for the very first time, April 15th. Her action comedy Ghosted with Chris Evans also premieres soon, April 21st on Apple TV. SNL alum Molly Shannon will return for her second time, April 8th, so that is this weekend. Liv Tyler, who played Betty Ross in 2008's The Incredible Hulk, is returning to the role, Captain America New World Order, according to sources. I have not kept up with the Marvel movies.
Not at all. And
They've done so many lately. I'm like, 43 Marvel movies behind, I think.
I'm just not much of a superhero.
The ones that I've seen, I've liked. Heidi
person?
doesn't really get into that, so then she won't let me watch it.
I don't let
she
you.
Doesn't let me watch it.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain America: New World Order is set to release May 3rd next year, 2024.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Rest in peace to the Camaro. General Motors has announced they will stop making the classic American muscle car, the Camaro.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah. You know what goes really good with a Camaro, by the way? A mullet.
A mullet.
Yeah. Do you remember one time we were at a pool and I'd gotten some... I lost my sunglasses, so I bought some sunglasses at a gas station. They were like, $5. They were weird-looking glasses, and they didn't look good on me. They looked so bad. And then I was wearing them, and Heidi was making fun of me. I said, I feel like I should be driving a Camaro. And there was a guy standing next to me who goes, I drive a Camaro. And he had the same glasses.
Exact same glasses. And he had a mullet.
He did. I was like, what are the odds? That was so funny. Again, I've always really kind of liked Camaros. And 3 in 10 adults are almost constantly on the internet, according to a survey. So 3 in 10. I think we are a lot.
Yeah,
but a lot of it's for work.
try not to be, but
a lot of it is because I'm working hard to entertain and inform the masses.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe take off that M
and entertain my. Heidi. And what's a surefire way to tell if somebody's lying? Forget verbal or facial cues if you definitely can't rely on so-called lie detector machines, according to this. According to an expert, there's one reliable method to catch a liar: attention to detail. Specifically, paying attention to how much detail the person is able to provide. Bruno Versace, associate professor of forensic psychology at the University of Amsterdam, says, people who tell the truth can give a rich description because they actually experienced the event, whereas somebody who's lying can come up with details, but this increases their risk of being caught, so they don't get quite as detailed. Although I've seen some really seasoned liars who give you way too many details. Yeah. His team has conducted studies to back this up. So, interesting stuff. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, we got an interesting letter this week, and I'm excited to see what Heidi has to say about this. Here we go. Dear John, I bought my 14-year-old son a dog because he's been having a hard time after his mom and I broke up. But I told him it was because he's doing well in school and growing into a polite and caring young man. Both of those things are true, by the way. He loves his dog, Lucy, more than anything in the world. Probably more than me, to be honest. He spends every second he can with her. However, he can't take Lucy to his mom's house because she has cats. So he leaves the dog with me when he visits mom. I decided to take Lucy for a walk. I left her alone for a minute. When I turned around, she was gone.
Oh, no.
I couldn't find her anywhere. I spent 24 hours searching for her with no luck. I did everything I could to find Lucy. Then I decided to find a new dog that looked like Lucy. Found one on the internet, a month younger, looks almost exactly the same. I set off on a 350-mile round-trip journey to pick up Lucy too. My son is now back, and I'm picking him up from school in a few hours. I'm going to take the new Lucy with me, but I don't know what to tell him. Should I tell him? Or should I try to pretend nothing happened and hope he doesn't figure it out? Or should I break his heart and admit that Lucy 1 ran away? At the very least, I should get some bonus points for the effort, right? Signed, Bad Dog Dad. So,
yikes.
Holy cow, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, that one's painful.
So, Heidi, what do you think? What should Bad Dog Dad do?
Any person who has dogs
Yeah.
knows that there's no way you're going to pass off another dog as my dog. I mean,
No.
there's no way.
And if this kid has been spending a lot of time with this
Yeah.
dog, they've bonded, they've grown close.
Yep.
And again, you know, I'm sure that this new Lucy 2 that you refer to is probably going to be a great dog. But here's the other thing. What happens if the original Lucy
If the
shows
other
up?
Lucy comes back, because you
he's
hear
gonna-
that all the time. These dogs
Yeah.
find their way home, and
So you've been looking for the dog, and the dog was not there. What happens if you come home with fake dog?
right.
And so I
Lucy's
think
sitting on the doorstep.
you're like, what happened to Lucy? There's 2 Lucys? I
Yeah.
think you need to be honest.
Be honest.
And I think when your son gets in the car and you can just say, you know, hey, I'm really sorry that this happened, but I took Lucy for a walk and Lucy got away and I've been trying and there's nothing in the world that can replace Lucy, but we got this dog because
We got this dog here.
but I mean, but we got this dog and hopefully we can still find Lucy and then you can have both dogs. But again, I don't think that you try to pretend.
No, the kid's not going to buy it.
It's like, hey, who's this kid over here? That's your brother. That's not your brother.
I mean, you
My
flat
brother.
out said the kid's doing well in school, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're not going to be able to just pull one over on him.
I'm pretty sure, and I haven't looked at all of the comments on Facebook. By the way, if you would like to, you can chime in with your advice for Bad Dog Dad. You can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And I've not had a chance to look at all of the comments. I'll go over there and look here again in a minute. But I think for the most part, people are saying, be honest with the kid. Let him know
Yeah.
what's going on. I remember that happened. There was a there was a kid who his fish passed away, and the parents got a different fish, and they kept replacing this fish. And the kid knew, but the kid wasn't telling mom and dad that they knew. But the kid knew that the fish was dead. The fish was dead before he went to school.
Right.
And he'd come home and he's like, oh, yeah, apparently my fish came back to life. So just be honest. Kids are a lot smarter than you think they are.
That's for sure.
And that was like an 8-year-old kid. This is a 14-year-old. He's definitely going to know.
Right.
And it's a dog, not a fish. He's definitely going to know.
Right.
All right. If you would like to chime in with your advice, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And you could submit your Dear John letter there as well, or right at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
This is interesting. Sweden had a Charles VII, but no Charles I, II, III, IV, V, or VI.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, King Charles VII, but none of the others.
Oh,
Why would
that's
you do
weird.
that? I
Yeah.
don't know why. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The state vegetable of Oklahoma is the watermelon, despite the fact that watermelon is a fruit. But it's still the state vegetable of Oklahoma.
Okay.
So
Hey, they
there
can
you
do
go.
whatever they
do what
want.
you want to do. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to astronauts, space smells like what? We've talked about this before.
We did. I can't remember.
Seared steak, hot
Okay.
metal, and welding fumes. That's what.
Man, it would be hard to get any work done if it smelled like seared steak.
Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
Could be why we haven't found any life yet.
There we go. We get
they're
up there,
too
we're
busy and
busy
distracted,
looking.
and they're hungry.
Where's that steak coming from? All right, one final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your fingernails grow faster when you are cold. Wow.
Oh.
Interesting stuff. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com. mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by mintervention.com. Here's your question, Heidi. 44% of men say this is the first thing they notice when meeting a woman. What is it? 44% of men say this is what they
Their
notice.
eyes.
No, their hair.
Oh.
Their hair. They notice their hair. They're like, ooh.
Really?
See that lady in the corner with the beautiful hair?
Wow.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
It's a
Mint-Mobile
good thing that
question.
you don't look at that because my hair usually looks awful.
I think I noticed your smile first. You got a great smile. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. 2 inmates in Virginia jailed used primitive-made tools to make a hole in the wall of their cell and escape, and they were caught a couple hours later at an IHOP, not too far from the prison.
Oh, hey, when you got to eat, you got to eat.
Newport News Sheriff's Office say 2 men were discovered missing during a head count. An investigation found that they had used tools made from a toothbrush and a metal object to tunnel out. The escapees were taken into custody at an IHOP in the next town, so it wasn't too far. It was 7 miles away, I guess. So they got further than I thought. Patrons called. They said it reinforces what we always say. If you see something, say something. So
They still have like their prison garb on.
I don't know what they were wearing.
Sitting there with handcuffs and trying to eat a pancake.
I get some maple syrup over here. Come on. I don't know exactly what was going on. I just think it's really funny that happened. Very bizarre. That should be an ad for IHOP. How bad are you craving? All right. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Best celebrity memoirs of all time. I've got the top 5. According to an internet search for the most frequently recommended titles. So this is how they did it. It wasn't like one person going, oh, this is my favorite list. So these are the ones that people were looking for and most suggested. Number 5, The Office BFF. Tales of The Office from 2 best friends who were there, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsley. Number 4, Finding Me, Viola Davis. Number 3, I'm Glad My Mom Died, Jeanette McCurdy.
Whoa.
Wow. Number 2, Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. I've actually heard really good things about that book. And the number 1, according to this, best celebrity memoir of all time, whether you like it or not, Open Book by Jessica Simpson. So I searched that, and there were a lot of people kind of making fun of that book. But it was also the most frequently recommended title. So there you go. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap, cheap, cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Oscar Levant, who says, "There's a fine line between genius and insanity. I have erased this line." There are times that I feel like, I'm working on something that makes a lot of sense. And I think this is a brilliant idea until I'm about an hour and a half into this project and I look at what I've gotten done and I go, I am not even going to finish this because it doesn't even make sense.
I completely agree, though, about the fine line.
There is a fine line.
There really is.
Oh, yeah. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. I think this is a really cool story. High school students make mathematical discovery that has been unproven for 2,000 years. How cool is this?
Okay. 2
high school students in New Orleans causing a stir among mathematicians after discovering a new way to look at a 2,000-year-old formula. So Kelsey Johnson and Nakia Jackson gave a presentation to the American Mathematical Society's annual Southeastern Conference in Atlanta a couple weeks ago. The St. Mary's Academy seniors claimed the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, can be proven with trigonometry, something that many thought was impossible. That's what I've always thought.
Yeah, that's what I've discussed at my little math get-togethers.
Pythagorean theorem is based of trigonometry. They said there's no trigonomic proof because it is circular logic and the idea cannot prove itself. But Johnson and Jackson were able to prove the theorem with trigonometry.
This is way over my head.
I know it is.
have no clue what we're talking about.
I don't even know if
now.
I'm pronouncing any of these words right. I saw a bunch of people like this, and we're writing stuff down and pulling things on their computers, and they're like connections. I think I got that quote wrong. More smart stuff. Smarty, smart stuff. Afterwards, we got a lot of congratulations, Jackson said, and some people apparently started recording. So there's a story here. If you want to watch the video, these 2 young ladies, by the way, theorem is named for a Greek philosopher, Pythagoras, born around 570 BC. So I think it's really cool that a couple of high school students were able to do something that mathematicians have not been able to do for 2,000 years.
Huh.
I think it's really cool. Heidi apparently does not. I love it.
I just, you know what? Math was one of those things that I would literally have an anxiety attack before I had to go into that class.
So doesn't that make you happy that 2 high school girls came up with this? I love it.
If that's what they enjoy doing in their spare time, I spent my spare time somewhat differently.
I know you do. All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.